A Rams cornerback celebrates Sunday's win by going to jail. A USC wide receiver appears to take a shot at Caleb Williams, and Angel City supporters love them some Palestine. But the team owners are Jewish, so that's awkward. Good morning, I'm James. This is your daily dose of sports and snark for the greatest sports city in the world, Los Angeles. This is the faithful Angelenos morning report. So it is October 17, 2023. It is my sister's birthday. No, you cannot have her number. What you can have is all the information I can gather for you about LA sports, and it's always a lot. Do you like being in the know about LA? Then clickety-clack the like button. Clickety-clack the subscribe button. There's a notification bell. Hit that. It'll let you know we drop new content. Sharing is caring. Let people know we exist. And by all means, comment. It's always good when you're talking LA. So before we go through the news and notes, a look at the scoreboard. And yes, I do want to spend a little time on this one. Dallas 20, Chargers 17. You know, in case you were wondering, who would win in this clash of intellectual titans? Mike McCarthy or Brandon Staley? Yes, it was like a chess match similar to Gary Kasparov and Bobby Fischer. The brain power was just off the charts. You could actually see both of their craniums expanding with wisdom and comprehension as the game was wearing on. And Mike McCarthy went for a field goal while Brandon Staley went for it on fourth down. Good job. Good job. Brandon Staley, the guy who 2 years ago cost the Chargers a surefire playoff berth by insisting that the special teams needed to stay on the sidelines over and over again. Look, Monday night it was clear in the second half that points were going to be kind of at a premium in this game. So the Bolts are down by 3 in the third quarter. 4th and 1 at the Dallas 7. Now Staley, again, who has made a career for it off of going for it on fourth down, instead of going for the 25-yard chip shot field goal, calls a pass play. Pass goes incomplete. Now, I will grant you that that particular play may not have been the deciding factor. There's a lot of football left to go in the third quarter, let alone the fourth. And of course, the Chargers eventually did go for a tying field goal and tie the game. But again, this game was decided by 3 points. 3 points. And by the way, this was a night where the typically stout Chargers offensive line was getting they were getting their lunch money stolen from them by Dallas, right? You're saying, okay, yeah, call a pass play. Justin Herbert is terrific. But Justin Herbert was sacked 5 times on Monday night. 5. A Yahtzee, for Pete's sakes. Meanwhile, you're saying, okay, well, it's 4th and 1. Maybe we don't pass. Let's go for the run. Austin Eckler only rushed for 27 yards in the game. So you can't run the ball. You can't pass the ball. You know what you could do? Kick a 25-yard field goal so that you don't lose by 3 points. Amazing. There's Brandon Staley, smarter than everybody else, going for it on fourth down again. Chargers, by the way, are now back under 500, in case you were wondering. Meanwhile, today the Kings are at Winnipeg at 5 o'clock. Pierre-Luc Dubois comes back to face the team that traded him to LA. You'll also get a chance to say howdy to former Kings Gabe Vilardi, Rasmus Kupari, and Alex Iafallo, all three going to Winnipeg in order to get the center. Rams cornerback Darian Kendrick was pulled over early Monday by the Fun Boys, super early on Monday. And the Fun Boys claimed that Kendrick had a loaded weapon and some giggle lettuce in his car. Because you know, if medical marijuana isn't enough therapy, there's always the sweet release of gunfire. So Kendrick was drafted by the Rams in the 6th round in 2022. Sean McVay said the team was in the process of gathering information, so he didn't want to comment. Totally get it. These are allegations. He's not been found guilty. But I will say, in case you're wondering why I refer to the LAPD as the Fun Boys, that's a term from my friend back in the day. Whenever you're having fun, the Fun Boys show up. So yes, make sure you don't have a lot of the medical marijuana and loaded weapons around the Fun Boys. Meanwhile, the Rams' top two running backs were both hurt Sunday. Kyron Williams, he did rush for 158 yards and a touchdown, but he sprained an ankle. And that should keep him out of next week's game against Pittsburgh, according to NFL Network. Backup Ronnie Rivers' situation is actually even worse. He sprained the posterior collateral ligament in one of his knees. NFL Network is already speculating that rookie Zach Evans might be the starter against the Steelers. Now, continuing with the Rams, you might find what I'm about to say a little hard to believe, because we do cite Pro Football Focus a lot here, but they're basically a bunch of analytics Poindexters. How do you come up with a stat to judge how great an offensive lineman is? But the point is, Pittsburgh might actually rue the day that they traded Kevin Dotson to the Rams. PFF's rating system has Dotson as the second best guard in football, the fourth best offensive lineman in the game overall. The problem was for Dotson in Pittsburgh, twofold. He didn't fit their blocking scheme. So if you don't know what you're doing in the blocking scheme, you're going to be laid off the snap. That's problem one. You're laid off the snap in order to save your quarterback and or running back. You're probably committing a penalty. Dotson was penalty prone over in Pittsburgh. The Rams, as we discussed, they have basically changed their blocking philosophy to power blocking. It's something that fits Dotson's skill set better. And by the way, just talking about the Rams in an overall general sense of things, during the offseason, we all heard the happy talk coming from the Rams front office. Oh, trust us, we're going to be in the running for a postseason spot. We're going to be having a great chance to get into the playoffs. And we were all sitting there wondering if we should get a wellness check for those guys because they must be insane. You never know when the dementia is going to strike, right? They had a point. They actually did. If the NFL playoffs started today, the Rams would have the last spot. Just saying. Sports Illustrated has implied that USC wide receiver Brendan Rice took a shot at Caleb Williams on the social medias. Two images were posted side by side on Rice's Instagram. The left had a pic of a dejected Caleb Williams. The right had a quote, "Can't be great sometimes and average others," unquote. Jerry Rice must be rolling over in his grave on that one. I'm telling you. Do you think after just one loss in the regular season that the great Jerry Rice would ever deign to go on something like an Instagram or a Facebook and crap on Joe Montana, Steve Young, even Rich Gannon after one loss? Of course not. Jerry Rice is 61 and he's still probably running wind sprints upside the hills outside of his house, hoping to get a call from the XFL. Let's be real about this. Angel City FC supporters held a 5-minute silent demonstration Sunday during its Decision Day match against Portland. Because, Decision Day. Can't be anything important going on in the field, right? Got to get your politics out. Here's the deal. Club owners had previously condemned Hamas for its attack against Israel earlier this month. What do you expect, guys? Team owner Natalie Portman, Jewish. Team owner Kara Nortman, Jewish. The team, by the way, also requested that nobody bring a bunch of political stuff to the match. They just wanted to focus on the soccer. AC Pandemonium, an Angel City supporters group, claimed that the team was trying to censor them. And then during the match, a bunch of supporters held up a sign that said, "The founders don't speak for us all." Then a bunch of Palestinian flags came out, which of course were confiscated by security. So I want to be upfront with you guys. This is not supposed to be a political channel. I might lob the occasional cheap shot at Biden or the cheap shot at Trump, but in all honesty, I don't care who you vote for. Trump, Biden, your favorite Pornhub star. I don't care. I straight up don't care. And yes, I agree with the supporters to say that the team censored you. Yes, that is absolutely correct. But the argument a lot of people had in 2020 was that Twitter and Facebook censored posts about COVID, the vaccine, January 6th, Hunter Biden's laptop, People on the left said that Twitter and Facebook were private companies and therefore could set their own rules as to what could be brought up. Last time I checked, Angel City FC is a private company too. So you can't have it both ways, guys. If you want free speech, which I am absolutely all about, bring out the free speech. Because hell, let's be real, free speech tells me who I get to hate. And because of free speech, I hate a lot of people. So free speech is great. And also free speech obviously gives us a chance to learn things about each other. So yes, you were censored, but you can't have it both ways, guys. You can't censor you, that guy over there, but not be possibly victimized by censoring yourself. Straight and simple. USA Today's Bob Nightingale reports that the Dodgers are keen on 25-year-old pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who went 17-6 with a 1.16 ERA in Japan last year. NBC Sports Bay Area reports that MLB executives anticipate there will be a bit of a bidding war for Yamamoto. It could command a $200 million contract. Jake Reed, Tyson Miller, and Zach Birdie were all on the Dodgers 40-man roster, by the way. In case you forgot, they have all elected to become free agents. Miller bounced between the Dodgers, Milwaukee, and the minors. Reed pitched in only one game for LA. He allowed 6 earned runs to the Cubs. Birdie never appeared in LA, so there's that. Multiple outlets are also speculating the Dodgers want to bring back Jason Hayward. It might be a binary decision, in the sense that he is considered a redundancy with David Peralta. And if you look at the two of them, you could argue Hayward had the better year. We mentioned Pierre-Luc Dubois returning to Winnipeg tonight. He has been the focus of 2 blockbuster trades prior to his 25th birthday. And by the way, both of those trades came about by his own doing. So The Athletic found this rather interesting. They ran a feature story on the Kings' new center, the guy who could be the apparent heir to Anze Kopitar. Quote, I knew when I asked for my trade from Columbus, I'd get criticized. I knew when this situation happened in Winnipeg, I would get criticized. I had to look at it like, do I not want to get criticized, but not do what I want to do? Or do I want to get criticized, but be happy with my life, unquote. Kind of sounds a little selfish in the old team spirit thing, don't you think? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying we should boo this guy too. I'm just saying we should be wary about where this guy's head is. Because from those quotes, would it surprise you to learn that he was stubborn and temperamental as a child, always wanted to get things his own way? The best spin on the Dubois situation in LA would honestly piss a lot of fans off, because fans want to develop a relationship with the players that they cheer for. That's why you always see the personalized jerseys. It's almost like you want to be friends with that athlete. Dubois, on the other hand, gives everybody the impression that he could up and want another trade out of LA like that. So for you to be a fan of the guy, if you want to be a fan of the guy, it's more going to be like a business transaction than somebody that you love because he plays for the Kings. Yes, he is happy in LA, but he does give that whole live my life without regrets kind of vibe. So don't be surprised if he gets booed off the ice when he's in Winnipeg. Straight and simple. Last week, we talked about how D'Angelo Russell got the message from the Denver playoff series. If you can't at least contribute on defense, the bench is over there. Russell has decided to pattern his defensive game after the Boston Celtics' Derek White. Dare to dream, bro. Dare to dream. I mean, look, he's not going to become one of the league's best perimeter defenders by crushing game tape on Derek White, okay? I have a friend who calls the player D'Angelo Slow Russell for a reason. So he's not going to be running around the arc at top speed. But there is that. If it comes to anything on defense, the Lakers will take it. The Lakers also, by the way, cut Scottie Pippen and 2 other players. Pippen is the son of you-know-who. None of the 3 players that were cut played a regular season game for the Lakers last year. If they clear waivers, they're probably going to the G League South Bay Lakers. But you let me know what you think in the comments thread. Talk to me about Brandon Staley, or for that matter, Darian Kendrick. Tell me if it is justified to take a shot at Caleb Williams after one loss this year. And if you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We talk LA sports every single day here. Thank you for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelenos is a Quien Corte El Queso production. Take care.